Okay, and music.
What's going on over there?
Oh, nothing. Just playing a little bit of music while I finish any finishing touches I need.
Dartsu was just gonna be like some chillaxing, but man, oh my god, like how do you do that?
Hey, listen. Remember. This is the spooky season stuff, so I gotta keep up with the theme.
That is true. That's true. You gotta go big or go home, that sort of thing. And it's been interrupted by a milk commercial.
Oh, sick.
So,
All right. Well, hopefully the ads won't need. I don't have to worry about the ads for next hour or so.
Hey Drox, have you done the knock feature before?
No, I've never used the knock feature before.
the what feature?
Okay,
It's
so
called
apparently
knock.
on. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's just a way where you can like connect the chats for multiple streams, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. It's been a hot mess since I last stream, so I'm not sure like what's up.
I haven't been using it for too long. I think it's only like a few months or so.
Oh,
I don't know.
I told
don't
you
know
to
when they
not stream
added
for a year.
Hmm.
Holy shit, it
But yeah, if you
worked.
want to do the knock thing, that's fine. I don't mind.
Is there anything here without tomatoes?
Holy shit, it actually worked. I want pizza.
All right. So after I
That's the new
reset
thing.
this, that's all I need to do, right?
Yeah, you don't have to like do the mic setting or anything like that. You can just deny all that. As long as you're in the call, I can do the share chat.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think that's all good then.
Fatality.
Take that,
So
depression!
yeah, if you want to, you can go ahead and play whatever relaxing music you want to play. Otherwise, I'll be playing some background music when we get to the
Holy
main
shit,
screen.
it actually worked.
I'm good with whatever. There's a good chance I might hear some like party music upstairs, but that's not gonna be till like what? Later.
I like you.
That's fine.
I like you.
Did you get the invite for the knock?
I like you.
I didn't say anything about the mic, but I only just said like accept and
They'll
then
bet your sweet
like I
puppy
accepted
did.
it. So I don't know if
Fuck is
there's
insurance?
anything else though.
You have to join the call.
Oh,
I'd rather kill myself.
I've never been on the other side of the knock thing, so I'm not entirely sure.
okay. If anything changed.
Fatality.
Take
Fun
that,
there, Josh.
depression! Hello there. Wow, you can really dance.
I like you.
Wow, you can really dance. He went.
Alright, about to start right now. On the screens. Hello and welcome. Today we are having a just chatting, a spooky just chatting. Today joining me is Cyber Sentinel.
Hello there. Take that, depression!
Oh.
Wow, you can really
I was about to say, dang, we had everything perfect and then something happened.
You can really dance.
And next to him, we have Miss Dyer.
Oh, I don't see y'all. Also,
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
5% looking sexy.
And he does look good in his outfit. This is actually, I think this is their third iteration? I think?
Technically, yeah.
I I brought
Okay.
my friend to like drop by your stream.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Cho. Chew? Is it Chew or
It's show. It's show. This
Show.
is my precious bunny friend show.
Cho? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. Anyway, so anything you wanna say before we get started, or you think we just roll right into it?
Labubu's.
Oh no! Oh no!
There's something truly horrifying.
Oh man, if you want to talk about the boo-boos, I am not exactly the best at it, but I've heard about it, and it's once again, what? How many times have there been like a craze for a stuffed animal type thing?
Wait, wasn't there like Furbies? I heard Furbies were,
Oh, yeah.
so popular, but like, I guess my boyfriend the freaks.
No, Furbies. No joke. Back then, Furbies were really just creepy. Dream together, like I think that's it.
So wait, how much do you
There
know
you go.
about Labubu's though?
Okay, so I know that Labubu's were definitely actually no what? I think there were a faster flashing of hand than Furbies or anything like that, because I think it was Cabbage Patch Kids, and then there was Beanie Babies for a time, and then Furbies, like you mentioned, and then there was something else before Labubus.
Babos.
But now it's Labubu. I can't say them anymore. I can't even say the name anymore.
Labubu's. I don't know, the way that I remember them is Laboobies. I don't know.
Laboobies,
That's what
oh.
Labubu sounds to me. It's Laboobies.
I mean, that
Well,
does
yeah,
sound more
so-
memorable.
Yeah, but they're already going downhill though. I heard that the reason why is because they didn't really plan for anything more. So like they just focused all their hype on Labubu and that was it. And as soon as Labubu started going downhill, that everything like their stock prices and stuff started going downhill too. So,
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when like you have like somebody popular just like showing off that they just like generally love Labubus, and because like, they just so happen to be like in like some sort of like K-pop group, I think. And you know how very popular the K-pop fandom like already is. It's very likely that that's going to be popular within like the mainstream.
Mhm.
Although I will admit that like okay, at first like I thought that little boo-boos were like ugly as shit, but then I had this like headcanon that like my husbando unironically loves Labubu's just because they're like little monsters. Did you know that they're actually like called little monsters, not little boo-boos? Little boo-boo is actually one of the characters in the little monsters like character lineup.
Oh, I actually didn't know
Actually,
that. I just
speaking
thought they were all just Labubu's.
No, they're
What?
actually like, just called like little monsters, and then one of the characters is just called Labubu, and apparently Labubu is female. According to my research, anyway.
Okay. Because you know what the funny thing is that I think the way that the Labubu character looks, when you mention monsters and stuff like that, I instantly got the image of that one book story where it's like the little kid who like king of the monsters or something like that. Where the weird things are, or where the strange things live.
Where's
or
the
something
wild
like that,
things?
right? Yeah, there you go. Where the wild things are. That's what it reminds me of. I just got that image in my head as soon as you mentioned the little monsters and all that.
And now I imagine the Labubus as like what the monsters from the Wild Things are.
Let's see. Okay, got the music playing in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. Things are right. Okay. Anyway, okay. So we got the boo talk. Shoot. Speaking of things, little monsters and things like that. I guess maybe some. Well, we can talk about some fantasy monsters. video game monsters and such. Or actually, that's a better idea. What is your favorite monsters? Like, all the monsters that you know of. What is your favorite monsters?
Like,
Well, are you asking me or Cyber?
I'm asking both of you guys.
Oh, okay, I'll Cyber start.
Do you mean like in terms of category, like or more like a specific monster?
Any monster you can think of, because I mean, this is just open book. Whatever monster you can think of that you know about.
I've always been a big fan of zombies.
Zombies? Okay. Funny enough, I was playing a zombie game yesterday.
I've been playing zombie games and stuff like that since I was a kid, even when I wasn't supposed to.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
Go ahead.
There's just one of those things where it just feels like it pretty much just like a nostalgia thing at this point, where just whenever there's this zombie stuff around, it's like, oh yeah, that's fun.
Any particular like monster like in mind in terms of like conventional like monster definition, but like I am like very fascinated with the Yuki Onna, the snow demons. I think that's what they're called. Like there's just like something like enchanting about like the different iterations of like these like snow girls, like even though they'll like freeze your ass. But I think like the more enchanting like something is, the more like frightening it is, like because you're just so drawn into them, and like the fact that they could just like do something crazy like in the next moment, like they'll just like startle the fuck like right out of you. It's like, okay, that part would be like more scary than like a conventional monster, I think.
Funny enough, so for the zombie thing, my first, actually, shoot, I'm trying to think of when I first seen zombies, like as far as like monsters are concerned. I want to say, actually, I was pretty young. My first time I seen like a zombie anything in media was when my aunt used to play Resident Evil. Yeah, I used to watch her play Resident Evil when I was little.
That was one of the games I played.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing zombies, and it's like I wasn't really scared of them or nothing, but I was just like, I think I was more scared of the atmosphere of Resident Evil at that time when I was younger. The zombies themselves weren't really that scary. But as time went on, though, I kind of do miss the whole zombie stuff. Walking Dead was probably like the last one where like they had like actually decent zombies, and then they kind of, I guess, went downhill from there, though.
The only thing I thought was disappointing about The Walking Dead was they veered away from the zombies like feeling like a threat, and it was just like, oh yeah, it's more about the people fighting each other, and oh yeah, there are zombies.
Yeah, it's like all right, first like the first couple of seasons, okay, zombies are an issue, and then it just went like, okay, zombies just kind of in the background, we don't care about them no more.
They're literally just going like,
right. And then for the Snow Lady, well, I guess they're called Snow Ladies. It's more of a yokai thing, isn't it?
I think so. Well, yeah. Wait, I think so. All I remember is that they're like they're literally like snow girls. Something.
Yeah, that's funny because actually, okay, the weirdest thing about that is that I didn't really know about them per se, but I guess the first time I've even like had that in my radar was from an anime called Vampire Cross Roseo or something like that, or
Rosario Vampire?
Yeah, Rosario Vampire, that one. And one of the main female characters there is like a snow lady, and it's like she's like really quiet and stuff, but she controls snow and things like that, and that's like the first iteration I've ever seen of a yokai or a monster that was like related to the snow woman, snow lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. After that, I think from there I did start looking more into yokai things. So like I saw things like kappas and stuff like that. The kappa stories, the way kappas are actually pretty silly. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The way they kill you is pretty horrific, but it's still also kind of silly too.
Wait, remind me how again? Like literally all I got from like from my knowledge of like kappas is that they rape people. That's literally all I got.
Oh yeah, they'll do that in their little legends, but the way they do another way is like they'll dig into your butt to try and get your like spirit energy or something like that, I think. Yeah. So in order to
sounds like a Thursday night. No, just kidding.
But yeah, in order to avoid that, you can talk to a kappa into a challenge, and then when you start the challenge, you can bow to them, right? And in order to make them to stop moving, I don't know if it's either make them stop moving or to kill them. But if you make them bow to you, they'll water in their little cup heads. It'll spill out, and it'll either paralyze them or it'll kill them. I forgot which one, but either way, that's one of the ways to stop a kappa from doing anything to you. The second way sounds a little bit more lighthearted, I think, and it's just offering them, I guess, one of their favorite desserts, I guess you could say. I forget what dessert, what is exactly, but I know they like something. And if you give it to them, they'll be friendly towards you and won't try to kill you.
Now, how do you find out what their favorite dessert is?
You ask them nicely.
Yeah. I guess lore-wise, it's just somebody that happened to have it with them. Wait, cucumbers. There we go. Cucumbers. That's what it is. They really like cucumbers.
I think I know why. They're pretty phallic.
Pretty phallic indeed. But yeah, cucumbers is their favorite treat. So I guess if you offer them a cucumber, they'll either spare you or like be nice to you afterwards because you offered them something that they like, either at just as much or almost as much as I guess your soul or whatever it is that they take out of your butt.
Well, I know the main thing I know about the kappas was the whole thing about like they will always try to keep their head upright and try to prevent the water from spilling and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things because like I said before, it's either their life force, and if it spills out, they die, or it paralyzes them, and I don't know which one it is, but it's one of those things. Let's see. I guess for me, I did mention this before. I don't think I've ever told anyone like out loud. I made a post about it like recently, but the Greek monster Cerberus. That's my Greek monster. Yeah,
Cerberus is cool. Three-headed dog.
Yeah. Three-headed dog and everything. Now the thing is, though, I still don't know which one would be like the actual true iteration of Cerberus per se. I only know about Cerberus being a really big three-headed dog that guards the one of the gates of Hades, and he has a snake tail. That's about it. But all of that still sounds really cool, though. Let's see.
Yeah, I know most iterations of Cerberus and stuff like that. They usually leave out the snake tail part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. They do leave that part out most of the time. And heck, like other iterations of them don't even have the snake tail at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the snake tail is part of one of its heads technically,
mm-hmm.
and it uses that to paralyze whoever tries to get past it. If the heads don't get their target first, obviously. But it's kind of sad that you don't hear too many stories about Cerberus though, because what's the best way to explain it? It's an interesting monster, but only so many stories about it. Interesting enough too, though. Medusas, or I guess Gorgons.
Oh
yeah, I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you just reminded me. Like literally the first iteration of Medusa that like I've seen is Sedusa from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh man, the Powerpuff Girls Medusa? Oh man, I remember her. Shoot. Was she called Medusa there though, or was she had a different name?
It's literally called Sedusa.
Yeah. Oh, okay, she really is called just Medusa. Okay. But yeah, I remember that.
Look, it's like she seduced the professor into
Yeah, and the girls were just like
rounding the girls so she could go out and do crime. And I'm like, man, that was like the perfect plan too. Except if
Right.
it wasn't for the meddling powerful girls, basically.
right? But let's see. I think there's like okay, so instances of Medusa's and Gorgon stories. I'm not sure how many actual Gorgon stories there are, but for Medusa specifically, I think there's like three or four instances where they mention Medusa, and I think two of them is it like related to Greek mythology stuff, and then there's one which is under like the Romans mythology stuff. Yeah, so two under Greek and then one under Roman. And it's funny because the Roman story of Medusa is a lot more sad than the Greek ones, because the Greek ones, which are older than the Roman one, although her tale in the Greek stories, it doesn't really end great either.
I mean,
At least,
a lot of those old mythology stories are always just freaking tragic a lot of the time.
yeah, like in almost all the stories, she is still a tragic character to a degree. But I think in the Greek ones, she was always a Gorgon. It's just that I think one of those stories is where she exclaims that she's more beautiful than either, I don't know if it's Athena or what's the other, Aphrodite. I believe it was Athena though that she was proclaiming that she was more beautiful than in one of those stories.
Yeah, when it comes to Medusa, it was no, I'm thinking Arachne.
Yeah, is it Arachne? Because I know one of those stories did. Because one of them, I know Medusa was
It was definitely
always a
either.
Gorgon.
It was definitely either Athena or Aphrodite. Though.
Yeah, one of those two goddesses. But in the Roman one just, I think, portrays the relationship between her and Poseidon, which I think is Jupiter?
Poseidon would be Neptune.
It's Neptune. Okay, so in Roman, it's Neptune. Neptune and Medusa weren't exactly a happy couple, so to speak. Let's just go with that in the Roman story. But in the stories before the Roman stuff, in the Greek tales, they were fine with each other. They liked each other. They're hunky dory. I think Medusa just I don't know why Medusa became a bad guy or how she became a bad guy in the Greek stories, if it even mentions as to why. But yeah, the whole reason why Perseus even went after Medusa in the first place was because a king had told him to go after Medusa for him, and I think it was to protect. I don't know if it was to help somebody or to help his mother or what, because I think the king of his place was after his mother a lot, and he was like always trying to, like, back off from my mother type deal. And so once again, I probably have to look this up, like, on the well, no, if I want to make this take long, I would have to look it up like all the way, but just off head knowledge, I know that it had something to do, Perseus went on his adventure originally on the task of a king who wanted Medusa gone for whatever reason. And then the reason why, and then he helped another group of people by chance, really, because he wasn't really going out his way to help this other person named Andromeda. Yeah, there's Andromeda. He helped out afterwards, and just by chance, it was that he saved her is why that became part of the story. So I think he was on his way back to tell the king that he killed Medusa or took Medusa's head, and in between that he helped Andromeda. And that's how that became part of the story. in a way. Let's see. Who else is kind of a
Question.
tragic story? Go ahead.
Have you? Okay. Have you heard of the legend of the Gozu?
The Gozu. You know what? Tell me about it.
Okay, so I'm surprised you haven't heard about this, considering how like your whole motive is a cow, like like a cow.
Okay.
Well, like apparently it involves this like person with like a cow head. Now, the actual story of the Gozu, it is said to be like more like split apart, as in like. I guess like the pages or something like fragments of the story or like legend has been like scattered about because apparently if you read like the whole thing like out loud, like you're gonna get killed or something along the lines of that.
Okay, so it's sort of like one of those like Bloody Mary tales, right?
Something along the lines of that. I can't even remember like any variants of the story. Like I was up like searching up like YouTube videos like related to like the Gozu legend, because there's actually a character in Danganronpa called the Great Gozu, and his character design is based off of that particular legend, although like the character in Danganronpa is like far from the legend itself.
Wow. All right, but I mean, still, it's they do that though. Like they base things off of all sorts of things a lot, right? It might not be exact, but I mean, motif to the name and all that stuff. Really though, the one I know about as far as like cow-headed monsters and stuff like that would be the Minotaur. But I mean, that's kind of obvious though, right? But I haven't heard about that one in particular, which is interesting. So I might look into that a little more.
I do find it interesting how many different monsters and myths and stuff like that have a relation to just saying their name or saying a phrase, and that's like summoning them. It's like lots of emphasis on the naming. It's like
yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. Let's see. Now, let's like of course the famous one is Bloody Mary, and then there's the next one which Miss mentioned. There's that. What else? What else is there?
I mean, one that's a bit more comedic, but it's still technically a monster, is Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice is definitely one of those monsters that always.
You know,
like,
I was gonna say Beetlejuice for more comedic effect.
Yeah.
Like,
but still, I mean,
like, really.
Yeah, but I mean, it still counts technically though. But yeah, okay. Let's see, who else? I mean, I guess technically he counts as a monster, even though he's not like super legendary. The Candyman apparently is one of them too.
Candyman about.
So, I guess Candyman is someone who was a killer, I guess. And when he was alive, he's sort of like Freddy Krueger in a way, like a mix between Freddy Krueger and Bloody Mary. And I think when like people summon him, he's like, I don't know if he's covered in honey or something like that, but he has like some sort of hook that he kills people with. And if you summon him, he'll either try to kill you with his hook. That's about all I know.
Okay, another question. Do you consider Jigsaw from the Saw franchise a monster?
Huh.
No,
That's a good...
because he's a monster of a person, but he's still a person.
Yeah, unless you're talking about... Well, okay. I think he's a horror icon, but I don't think he's particularly a monster.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I would count him as, but it still would match our conversation really, as far as like horror stuff is concerned.
True, like you see all of the graphic tortures that like basically like all the I guess you could say like victims and well the contestants become like victims in a sense because like the way that Jigsaw like puts them in tests is like so fucked up, but
oh yeah, that's messed up.
Apparently he has has a reason for that. Like he wants to like help people realize how life is like so precious, and and that it shouldn't be taken like for granted and stuff like that. And so putting those like contestants or like victims into these sort of like torturous like tests it makes them like test their own lives. And I guess for the contestants, it's like a very scary thing to put your life on the line and just like do those tasks or like do like whatever, but being so scared as fuck.
Yeah, that was
I find if I was in that situation, I would be like pretty damn frightened. Like it's not even like the torture porn that's like in Saw that like has me like in the heebie-jeebies. It's more like the situation like you're put into. Like a lot of people would just like shrug off like the Saw franchise as like, you know, torture porn and all that, but like just look into the psyche of like Jigsaw. That's what had me like fascinated.
It's psychological horror.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the thing about Jigsaw and things like that, I don't know if it's completely. I think some of it's psychological horror, sure, but it's a lot more graphic horror. So
to a degree.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's less psychological and more physical.
Well, a decent portion of it, just because of the way that they depicted like the scenes and everything, it could be more graphic. But like the plot of it is supposed to be psychological, because like his whole, at least the original, you know, person for being Jigsaw, his whole thing wasn't to like actually torture anybody. It was to show that they were missing a piece of themselves. That there was a piece
considering
That's why...
considering the stuff they have people doing and stuff like that. I don't know if I really believe that his goal was not to hurt people. That a lot of it looked like his goal was to hurt people, no matter what the situation was.
No,
yeah, he had his.
Technically, all of I can't speak for some of the later versions where it wasn't the original guy, but I know some of the original ones where his whole thing was like there. In every single one of his scenarios, there's a way out.
God, it's been years since I've like last like looked into like the Saw franchise. I can't remember. Like I think there was an original, and I think there was like.
I remember there being like a switch to like because the main the original Saw guy, he was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think some of the later installments were. Okay, I can't remember if there were like actual like flashbacks of like some of the previous movies or not. Man, it's been years since I've touched that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're right though. There was, as far as I know, like there was a switch as far as who. Well, hold on. Okay, so it was Jigsaw originally, right? And then I think like one or two movies of him, and then I think. There was a switch on who the culprit was, and I think it was like one of his ex-victims that took his place.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And it started becoming less so about testing people's will to live and more putting people through a test to see if they're worthy of continuing their life, kind of thing, rather than. Because it became more and more testing people that were more just they deemed bad, rather than we think you need to reevaluate your life, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's sort of my fascination. I was actually introduced to the Danganronpa franchise, which is like a very similar concept. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, being trapped, and then you're up against like some sort of like mastermind. Then you see your classmates being killed. Like basically like you have to like try to like live together peacefully, or if you want to get out of school, you gotta get away with like murder, basically. And then if you don't end up like getting away with murder, you're gonna die. And you're gonna like end up being being tortured in some shape or form that's like related to like whatever it is that's your talent.
But that's only if you get caught, though, as far as I know.
Yay.
But yeah. So yeah, Danganronpa does kind of have a few elements from the Saw movie in a way in that regard.
Yeah.
But like this is just from my knowledge of Danganronpa, because I don't have the biggest knowledge of it, but the goal is you're stuck in a school, and the person who gets you trapped there, the goal is to make them all betray each other. That's really his goal. But
Yeah.
the choice is stay in the school, stuck in the school. You'll be taken care of, sure, but you will never be able to get out. You'll never see your family again, and nothing like that. Or, as mentioned, as the rules go, you can commit a murder, and you can keep committing these murders until I think you're supposed to be the last one left, right?
Yeah, so basically like whoever's like the last one left like gets to like graduate or something, or like if okay, so like how like the there's like a class trial in which like everybody in the class like acts as a jury, and it's to discuss about who like the murder is like based on like some like findings and shit, right? So if everybody were to like pick like the correct culprit, then they're the ones that get murdered, and everybody like survives until like what, the next round of the murder or what have you. Or if they pick the wrong person, then only the person that got away with the murder gets to graduate from the school.
Yep.
And man, Josh and I were talking about like Danganronpa a little bit like earlier, and oh man, I say like after that it would be like major spoiler to Drox, and I'm over here like, man, do I tell Drox this, or do I let Drox do I encourage Drox to play more Danganronpa to see like the actual plot twist and shit? Cause man, the shit gets like better.
Well, listen, considering how long it's taking me just to get through the first game, as long as you just don't tell me who dies, I think you're fine. Just don't tell me who dies.
Okay. like that part's the easy part. It's just like who the mastermind is. I'm just gonna zip it. And oh man, if you play like any other Danganronpa game after that, then there's more twists for you than where that's coming from.
Okay, so it's more than just some random dude taking all the top people in their country and bringing them all to one school. Then
It's way more than that. That much I can tell you.
all right. Oh man. Let's see, what else is there we can talk about? Oh yeah. Going back to the whole horror movie stuff. The line of movies that they made with the ghost or demon thing, Paranormal Activity. There we go. Have you guys seen those movies before?
No. What is it?
I've heard of them, but I
Paranormal
never went to watch them.
Okay, so the first movie, I don't know how the sequels after the first movie were like, but the first movie is sort of like somewhere in the middle of the storyline, I guess you could say, where this couple end up going to a house, or like move into a new home, and supposedly it's haunted. People, the way they frame it is that it's haunted by ghosts and or demons. So just throughout the different days, it kind of just, I guess they set up little cameras throughout the house, and they just kind of document their time living there, basically. And throughout the movie, the further into the movie it goes, more and more weird paranormal stuff happens. So like things like lights turning on, the typical paranormal stuff, right? But then you start getting to the points where like the girlfriend's getting possessed and then like looking over the boyfriend while he sleeps. They're like smelling stuff that's on fire, but then it's not really on fire. And then eventually it leads up to a point where ghost or whatever's possessing the place, they try to exorcise the ghost, right? So once they try to exorcise the ghost is when it really gets aggressive. And I guess one night, well, I guess they think they're able to fight off the demon. It ends up catching a boyfriend and throws him at one of the cameras that they've been using to watch everything that's been going on. And it kind of ends there. The second one is then a prequel to the first movie, and it explains that it's not necessarily the house that's haunted, but the girlfriend is the one that's being haunted, and it's just an evil spirit that's been following her around, and that's what's going on with the main story. So it's not really a haunted house, it's really the girl that's actually haunted by the spirit or demon or whatever it is. So yeah, and then from there on, I think it's just more stories, and then the demon itself, the spirit or demon, is taking more of her control. So she's to her, she thinks she's blacking out, but it's just that she's being possessed more often and longer stretches of time.
And I think at the time of like the Paranormal Activity movies coming out, I was in more of a phase where I didn't watch things that had real people in them.
Yeah, the found footage stuff, right? Because that's
if this was animated, I probably would have watched it.
You know what? That's true. That's interesting to think about. I originally wasn't interested in seeing it either, but I started watching them when they started coming off on DVD, when DVDs were more of a thing. So yeah, but I think that's more like those were more found footage movies than anything. I think that's what it was.
And now I am reminded of the Human Centipede. Thanks.
Oh no! Oh, I'm laughing, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I mean,
I've never watched that. I have heard of it though.
Nah, I have never, ever seen it either. But like the concept of it, wait, I think I may have seen a trailer of it, and yeah, it's just nasty shit.
oh, that. There was a lot of movies of that too around that time as well. It was Human Centipede, of course. Then there was Tusk. Tusk is another one.
What's Tusk?
Oh my god. So, where Human Centipede was a mad scientist dude stitching people together, mouth to ass. Tusk was a man. I don't know if he was a doctor or something, but he was obsessed with this character, this aquatic character from like their version of SeaWorld.
Okay.
And he takes in a man that I don't remember how he ends up at this guy's house exactly, but he willingly goes into this man's house, but he gets trapped inside there, and slowly this man operates on this dude, turning him more and more into like a weird humanoid, not a seal, what's that? Walrus. There we go. A weird walrus thing. So he like sews his legs together or some shit. Messes up his hands and then like surgically makes them flippers and things like that. Makes his face more walrus-like and then gives him tusks and shit. Anyway.
It just sounds like a story of that kid that always wanted a walrus growing up and his parents wouldn't get it from him. So he grew up and made his own.
Honestly, I swear to God, if that's a real story, they really like pretty much followed almost that story pretty much, or was inspired by that story in some way or form. Anyway, at the end of the movie, apparently, the guy who got turned into a walrus was never really saved. He was quote unquote saved, but not really.
So, was he euthanized or something?
Not even euthanize the dude. Like, I would at least say kill me, but they didn't even kill the man. They made him stay walrus-esque for the rest of his life. in some weird exhibit place, and that's kind of how the story ends.
That's sad.
I mean, at least he's got a secure job, you know. I mean,
That was terrible, but still. But yeah, those type of movies I really don't like. I don't like them at all.
yeah, the human experiments kind of movies.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's actually interesting though? There's one. I think this. I don't know if this counts as a zombie movie. It might. But have you guys heard of the Reanimator?
Reanimator? No. What's
I
that?
don't think so.
No. Oh. Okay. So, It's been a long time since I've seen it. So my memory of it is gonna be a bit fuzzy. But this was like way back. But it's an old movie about a scientist who he thinks he found a way to live forever, I think. And
The
it's
usual,
like this
yeah.
green ooze, right? But I think he inserts it into like a dead body and brings someone back to life. So he thinks, oh shit, so I can probably make my own army of zombies or reanimated corpses. I guess he tries to use that as to further his scientific wants or needs and stuff like that. And either his
Purely
partner or either his partner or something like that doesn't think he's using it wrong, and he wants it for himself. And so I think some sort of, I guess they kind of have like a little bit of a science fight, I guess you could say. But either the experiments go wrong and they start trying to eat people, or it gets out of hand because the other person takes it and changes the formula and makes people into more monsters than anything. But yeah, that's the Reanimator. And then on top of that, though, the funny thing is, this is more of like one of those like cheesy popcorn movies. So it's not really a serious movie or anything.
Yeah.
But I think of it as like in the same realm as Little Shop of Horrors, I would say. Yeah, that's what it is. And they have their own music video for it as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's something
Actually,
to be
no.
said about some of the old horror movies where it's like they did what they could with, like, you know, the kind of sets and like objects they could do to like make them look realistic and stuff like that. Even though no matter what they did, it still had that unrealistic look to it. But like the way they tried to do it and all the different types of strategies for special effects and stuff that they tried to implement, it's always cool to look at and see.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull it up real quick, because you know what, I swear to you, this song is cheesy, but like you will love it. I assure you.
Let's hear it.
Pace. And then pause the music for a little bit. So you can also pull it onto the screen here. Video room. There we go. All right. You guys able to see it right now?
Stream it on Discord too.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that's a thing.
Videos, streaming. Nope, wrong one. Hey. Share your screen. Here we go. Alright, can you guys see that?
Roll up. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see just fine.
Awesome. Okay, so.
Come on, boys and girls. Come a little closer. I'm the Reanimator.
Oh my what song to put on for the dance for the party now.
They straight up, yeah, that's right. It's a rave song too.
I was
on
not
top of that.
expecting an upbeat song.
Right. That's right. Holy fuck, I'm about to tattoo like what? Couple hours from now.
A superior existence with no one to control you, where you can always do what you like. Let me give you some green color and you will ask for more. You will see that you never felt this way before. Party without limits of sex and don't be blue. Freedom is a turn on for you.
Give you that bones. You keep you alive. Sorry.
I bet that's like a zombie's like anthem or something. Or Frankenstein. Or a monster of Frankenstein anthem.
No, it's almost. No, I wouldn't be surprised if they do it through a story of like Frankenstein thing like that. Oh shoot! Well, I'll have to talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, hold on.
Did you get Michael Bay involved in this?
Yeah, Michael Bay stuff. They even have a death number. All right, there goes the song.
This does beg the question.
I am still adding that to the party playlist.
This begs the question of, did they make the movie to promote the music video, or was the music video made to promote the movie?
You know what? It's been so
Yes.
long. I don't know which came first.
It's a chicken
Well,
and an egg situation.
Oh man. But yeah, that's one of those old songs that like I really like as far as like Halloween stuff is concerned. But yeah, so Frankenstein thing you were talking about before though. I remember there was a time when Universal was trying to make a whole what's it Dark Universe, right?
Universe.
And yeah, Universal. You know how they first started with the Marvel thing, and then all the other like film companies wanted to copy them with like their own little universe thing, right?
Oh yeah.
So Universal was going to make their own technically it's their own superhero verse, but instead of superheroes, they would use horror monsters in their collection. So they would have Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, all that stuff, right?
You know, looks like they had the Frankenstein's bride and stuff too.
No, I swear I think they were planning on doing that too eventually. But the thing is, of course, as you can tell, since it's not even really talked about no more, it was a bust. But while they were still trying to do that, they would start off. I think they started with Frankenstein. Yeah, I think that was their first like Dark Universe movie per se. And they, instead of like the normal thing, they made Frankenstein basically an action hero. Legit. Yeah, straight up. He turned Frankenstein from like a stomping, towering creature to being an action hero. Actually, you know what? Shoot, I think there's like ads for it and everything. Who played in the Frankenstein MonsterVerse movie remake?
No clue.
Universal Dark Verse something.
That Tom Cruise.
Dark Universe. Okay, they called it Dark Universe. Reconstructed video franchise included a base of movie monsters. Was officially abandoned. Okay, yes. Was officially abandoned after 2017. After that last Mummy movie that they made. Let's see. Original.
Well, I feel like they would have needed to, just because technically there is a whole subset in the Marvel universe where oh shoot, what were they called? Creature Commandos, I think it was.
Creature Commandos? No, I've heard about Creature Commandos, but I don't think I've ever like dig deep into it.
Was it Marvel though? I can't remember.
Or was it DC?
Oh no, that was DC.
Okay. Let's see. But it was Creature Commandos.
I think. I think both DC and Marvel both did a thing that involved like Frankenstein and those other creatures like that.
Mm-hmm. Uh, 2010? 2010? No, not that one. Never mind. I know. I wish I remembered the name of the stinking movie, or like what year the movie came out. Frankenstein. 15. Okay. Action movie. Oh, okay. There we go. That's what it's called. It's called I Frankenstein. All right, that's the actual name of the movie.
Oh,
So
I
it's
think
called
I remember.
Frankenstein.
I think I remember seeing that randomly on TV.
Yeah, and let's see who's in it. Bill.
Is the guy that played Harvey Dent in the Batman movies? I think he was the guy who played
Yeah, the Harvey Dent dude. He played the
Yeah.
Frankenstein monster, and I think that was the start of the Dark Universe for Universal. And then they did.
So,
I don't know.
So they were. I didn't know they were trying to do like a whole like thing with that.
Oh no, they were trying to, and they were failing at it terribly. Because, like I said, 2 years into it, and then I take it back. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 3 years into it. 3 years into it, and they abandoned trying to make the Dark Universe. But they made Frankenstein, I Frankenstein. They did I don't know if they did Wolfman or not. I could be wrong. They probably did it, but I know they did Dracula. And Dracula was, I don't know if Dracula was okay a movie or not though when they remade that. But there's that, and then of course they had The Mummy, which was the one with not Brendan Fraser's Mummy either. The Brendan Fraser's Mummy would have been better though. Honestly, it really would have. But the one with the running guy, the older dude. What's his name again? He's in Mission Impossibles all the time.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah, there we go. The Mummy with Tom Cruise. That was the last one they did, and then they abandoned it.
Oh,
You know, speaking of abandoned, are you aware of like any like abandoned like places of that sort? Anything that gives
Ooh.
off like any like scary vibes?
Like Silent Hill vibes, right? Act-
I I I
let's.
I guess you could say Silent Hill. Anything that looks like creepy, but it's really just like abandoned. Have any of you been to like any sort of like places like that,
see,
I
or at
don't think
least
I.
plan to?
Oh, huh.
so I don't really
I
Or at least
know
like
of
plan to?
any.
you
Uh,
don't. Yeah,
but
interesting.
I do. When
Um.
I was a kid, when I was growing up, I did used to just wander off by myself and go into like abandoned buildings and stuff like that. But
hmm, Okay.
that's just because
Um.
I was a weird kid.
Let's see. I wouldn't really say it's abandoned per se because it's more of like a tour. It's like a tourist attraction now than anything. So it's not really abandoned, but it's a ghost town type place. Um, you can probably you could probably like find it as like one of those like drive by attractions where it's like, oh, let's stop here for a little bit and look around a bit and like la di da di da type of thing.
Mm.
But I think it's like between California and Arizona, like while you're driving down that way, there's like a little old timey town that's not doesn't really function as anything anymore. I guess that kind of is close to a ghost town. One
Okay.
thing I do, oh, but one thing I do like watching though are videos of abandoned malls, like people just exploring abandoned malls. I don't know why, but I think those are interesting to watch.
Why, but like it just like calms me whenever I see like empty malls. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's because like we're so used to like going inside malls with like a crowd of people, or at least like, well, like some bunch of people in there,
Hmm.
and it's just I think it's more of like, oh, what are you gonna see there? Like, what's there to like just discover inside like those abandoned malls? Like, what sort of like piece of history can you find like
Just
in
playing
those
around, right?
places? Like, I'll get like enough opportunities to like actually explore like those kind of like places myself. But although half
Mhm.
the time, like I'm actually like just like look a little scared of what sort of like creepy stuff I might find. But
Hmm.
it this just like reminded me of this one time where last week I was actually visiting like Chinatown, like in like downtown in like the city that I used to live in. And
Hmm.
there was this mall that I used to go to that was like so lively, but I think because of like all the years of like development like in uptown, and like everybody has like
Oh, oh, wait, am I? Hold on, just a second.
I think she's cutting out a little.
Yeah, I think it's because my thing is still on. Give me a sec.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with you because
uh
she's cutting out on my end as well.
Okay, yeah,
it,
there was a little bit of cut out on your end. Oh,
uh, uh,
uh-oh. Okay. Technical difficulties. Give us a moment.
so- okay, that might have been a me thing, is it?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, okay, you're back for a little bit.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, I think my internet blipped a little bit.
Okay. Little internet blip. Got it. Okay,
Okay,
anyway, so
where was I though?
you were
How much
mentioning
of the
mall?
mall? Yes. How much of
Mhm.
the mall thing did you hear about?
None.
I think you were just after you were mentioning the old mall that you used to visit that was still in under renovations, but it looks like it's like has less people in it now. And that's about where it started cutting
In-
out.
Inaccurate though. Inaccurate. The mall used to be like so lively. There was like a whole like bunch of stores. Like
Hmm.
it was one of the malls that I've been to like when I was a kid. and because like everybody has been like moving like uptown, like in terms of like residency and like businesses, it's becoming more of like a ghost mall of anything. Like there are like there are still like a few like fewer stores open, but not as much. It can literally be considered as like half abandoned at this point. But there was actually like some anime stores that opened up like apparently a few years ago, that I decided to like check out, and then after that I decided to go like just like roam around to just like, you know, reminisce on like those memories and stuff like that. And I remember there used to be this this hair salon that I used to go to like get my haircuts, because like my hair is like pretty thick like to begin with, so there's got to be like some special treatment to my hair that like only this particular like hairstylist was able to like, you know, stylize. But when I got there, right, it's like all I could see is like, you know, doors locked and like graffiti and stuff like that, and like the doors being like painted like black, and there was like a lock like just like there, and there's like literally like nothing like nothing I could like actually see. Like it just felt like some sort of it felt like it was like out of like some kind of like scary movie. I was like, do I dare to even like try to open the door to see like what the hell's like inside? Like like what could be like lurking inside the sort of the thing?
Oh yeah, no, that is a bit spooky sometimes. You don't like when something like that is closed off in an area where you normally see most people. Then sometimes you're kind of wondering like, what is going on behind there? And
Yeah,
you
like,
just their imagination just goes wild sometimes, right?
Yeah, like it used to be like a hair salon, and like normally whenever I see like stores being like not open or like closed, like I'll just see like everything like cleared out, like there's glass windows, and then there'll be like emptiness, but sometimes I would see like just like everything being like covered. But I don't know, there's just like this particular like thing about like, you know, the doors being like painted like black, and like there's like some sort of like graffiti of such. Okay, one of them like saying like Free Palestine, but like that's not related. But I'm
Just
like,
people going in there just writing whatever, huh?
I'm just over here like, man, I wonder if like homeless people like live there, or like some sort of like cult like is like living there or some sort.
Nah, that would be bad if it was. I mean, people sneak into abandoned places all the time though, or like closed down areas and things like that all the time. So who knows what they'd be using those places for sometimes, if it's not somebody official.
Yeah, and considering how downtown it is known for having more like homeless people there, the chances of that is like high then.
Let's see. As far as abandoned things go, okay. I think the one time I've seen like I wouldn't say it's completely abandoned, but like partially abandoned malls are something that I think you can still definitely get into, because the one I've been to before was I went to go visit New York this one time. And I don't remember the name of this mall at all. I swear. I wish I remembered, but I don't. We only went there because they still had a movie theater inside the mall that was still running. But everywhere else, I was like confused. Like, we're going to a mall, and then I think inside the mall, and it was extremely dead. Like, you can still see like a lot of the stores that, well, not really all the stores, but you can see the remnants of what stores were left that were there. And it was honestly more sad than anything for me. It was like, dang, it's kind of sad that like to see all this space, and used to have like something there, and now it's just nothing. Maybe dust or whatever. But
history, like
yeah.
Like there used to be like some kind of like story that's like happened at one point, right?
But yeah, there had to be some story behind of why the mall was closing down so hard. I mean, obviously besides the movie theater, which is still a functioning thing, but why everything else go away?
Usually the main reason for that is a mall in a better area, but it usually popped up.
Oh, well, yeah, I
People
guess
are
so
more-
sometimes.
People really do prefer, if there's an area that's more convenient, they'll abandon one place for another.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that can happen too, so that could have been the case. And this was like way before COVID, so it had to be something like that because barely anyone was at that mall. So as you said, it may be somewhere around the area there was a better mall that people were going to, but still, it was just like, geez, this is just seeing an abandoned mall at that time when malls were still active. It was still kind of weird and kind of sad to see. Let's see. Speaking of things that are kind of weird and just almost abandoned, what's gonna have to happen eventually? The backroom stuff. We have to talk about the backrooms a little bit.
Backrooms or bathrooms?
Backrooms.
Oh, what about the
Behind-
backrooms?
Oh boy. So, you mentioned the whole mall thing, right? So
Yes.
there's like different levels and all that. The backrooms
Yes.
mall levels would probably be pretty cool for you, as long as there are no like actual monsters in the area at the time. So yeah, apparently there's like entities and stuff in like different rooms. Like the first level room apparently doesn't really have that many monsters, I don't think. And if they do, I think one of the monsters they do mention is like some Raggedy Ann doll thing, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like it's the hallway back rooms, right? You know, the famous one that everybody knows about, where it's like this yellow walled hallway and stuff like that.
I think I've heard of them, but I haven't actually like looked at them.
Looked into it. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can look up some information about it real quick. Let's see, back rooms. But yeah, Backrooms is sort of the thing about Backrooms. It kind of reminds me of the SCP stuff too, though, because like they have like this website where it's supposed to be like documenting all the different rooms of the Backrooms and stuff like that. And then of course we have the first level, which is like just let's see, copy image. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick on here, and then maybe I'll switch over to the other side too. This one. Oh, right, forgot it's not on that page, but give me a sec. Alright, and then for you guys, throw this image in here. But yeah, so you'll have an image like this, which okay, so the common like overarching name for stuff like this is called a liminal space. So like
We have those
might have-
backrooms.
yeah, so this like the stuff like this would be specifically the back rooms, but the genre of this kind of stuff as a whole, not just back rooms, is called liminal spaces. And so this is like the most famous pictured of one, where you have this yellow hallway of different directions and stuff, and most people depict the backroom first level as this. Some fan made things would have this room, but it would have like a different monster that's not really part of the back rooms, but they have their own little monsters they have in there. So like the one that's famous that a lot of people, I don't know if people know if it's real or not, but it's not really one of the monsters in the actual backrooms per se, but it's a fan-made monster that a lot of people use in the fandom. And it's called, like, I think the Bacteria Monster? Or at least that's one of the names, the Bacteria Monster. Which looks like just a bunch of scribbles, honestly. Let's see if we can find it real quick.
Wasn't there at least a game like based off of the backrooms?
Oh, they have a lot of games based off the backrooms. It's like so many. Let's see.
You know, it kind of gives me like Stanley Parable like vibes, considering how like the backgrounds are like so empty.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Like it'll be like spaces and stuff like that that look empty. Here we go. Yeah, the bacteria monster. So this is a made-up monster that was for like a fan-made film for the Backrooms.
Oh jeez.
And yeah, like I said, really is legitimately. I think it was just a bunch of scribbles. Just someone decided, you know what? Let's do
Doodle
it.
Bob.
The monster. Yeah, there you go.
Doodle Bob from SpongeBob.
I think even Doodle
The
Bob had more
bacteria
detail
just going.
than this.
Oh man. But yeah, there's that. And then a few of the games that I play is Backroom adjacent, or I guess liminal space. Really? And seems like the popular ones where it's more like a walking simulator. There's Pools, and then there is Liminal Core. I played both of those games on stream already. And then there's another one called Dream Core, which is another backroomy liminal space type game. Pools and Liminal Core, both of those games are based off of another level within the Backrooms called the Pool Rooms, which in of itself is actually pretty sick. It's not too bad. It's pretty cool. It's just as long as you're only on that surface level pool rooms level. Because apparently, the pool rooms has levels inside a level, which is it's all kinds of confusing sometimes. But one of those levels, the water is definitely not good to go into because it's acidic and will kill you if you go into the water. And I do not want to find myself in that pool room.
Oh, is it, I think that might be similar to some games I've seen other people play, where it's like they had a thing that they had to achieve in the room where they had to like swim across the pool or something like that.
Yeah, there is some things where you do have to do that, depending on some games do that, and then in lore, I think it's just if you happen to legitimately, most people are finding these different levels by happenstance because of the whole how it works. So the way the backroom works is that you're quote unquote no clipping, which is just going through like a solid object that's glitching out basically, and you fall through it, and then you end up in another level. And people tend to find these levels by accident because of that, but from there on, people can find the spots where those glitches are, and you can either avoid them or you can go into them purposely. So the downside to most of finding spots by random is that you could end up in any of the levels in the back room by mistake at any moment, and that's the thing that sucks about being in the back rooms. So you can either end up in the other room where there's nothing wrong, you got nothing to worry about, another room where it makes you psychologically paranoid. Sure, there might not be nothing around, but the room itself causes mental damage, technically. There you go.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, or stuff like that. And then you have the rooms which nobody wants to go into, but somehow manage to be majority of the rooms that have creatures in it. And I mean the legitimate creatures in it, because the bacteria, despite how it looks, is bad, but it's only a fan-made monster. A legitimate monster, Backrooms, it's like something like the Backrooms Hound, right? The Backrooms Hound is a terrifying thing, and you do not want to run into that thing.
Oh god.
Yeah. Let's see. Different. So you have the original picture image of it, but then people have made iterations of what they think this image of it looks like without it like being all blurry.
Freak of nature here.
Yeah, it's a freak of nature for sure.
No, it's just a little guy.
Well, yeah.
It definitely sounds like it can do no bomb noises.
So the thing about the Hound is that it's a humanoid monster, but it's contorted to be shaped like a dog in a sense, or a wolf or whatever. So
It just reminded me of like one of those like creepypasta images where like I think it's like I think it's like a canine but with like human teeth, and supposedly if you stare at it like you get cursed or something, or like something happens to you or something. Does anyone remember that?
I don't know about the that exactly, but there is a story like that. But it's like a what's it? What do you call them again? Analog horrors kind of thing, right? So just an analog horror thing related to that, what you just mentioned. Like if a dog smiles, you probably want to get away from it or something like that. But yeah, we got analog horrors. Also, just all sorts of analog horrors, man. But yeah, you have this right here as for the Hound, which is interesting enough. If you're brave enough, you can intimidate the Hound itself, but it's still not something you want to run into.
Yeah.
And let's see. Another thing, which
I think he just
you
wants to
don't
play
want to run
fetch.
into. Right? Let's see. Smilers. So there's the monsters in the back room called Smilers, right? Now, as silly as these things may look, they tend to lurk in the dark and follow you around and stuff.
One of my favorite areas.
Now, here's the downside to the Smilers is that they tend to be the most common, one of the more common monsters in the back rooms. Mostly because the back rooms have a lot, and I mean a lot, of dark areas. And yeah, if you find yourself in that kind of situation, you're most likely not gonna make it.
Oh god.
If you're lucky, you can find a spot that's lit up and they won't bother you for the most part. But if, let's say you have like a flashlight or something, a normal flashlight's not going to help you, unfortunately. They are fine with flashlights. Only lights they wouldn't bother you in is like something that's like a fluorescent light that's like a big overhead ceiling light or something like that, or a spotlight even. But flashlights don't do jack.
Well, not even the bigger flashlights?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know if anybody's mentioned anything about like the super flashlights that like make everything bright, even at night. So that might help you, maybe. But normal flashlights, no.
You gotta think big.
Yeah, you gotta go big. Go big or go home, or get eaten. Yeah. So yeah, back rooms, unless you get lucky and get one of the rooms that are actually good and not bad, and has no monsters, you're pretty much fucked most of the time.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
And there's like how many of these back rooms? Like there's infinite, or just a lot.
I'm unsure what the maximum number is, but they're supposedly, as far as backroom lore is concerned, they're still finding more rooms, and and as they find more rooms, they're even finding more monsters that they can't even they're not sure what to call. They just call them entities at a certain point because there's so many.
Well,
but yeah, these are like the named ones. Upside, there are some entities that won't kill you and are even rather helpful. Example with the Smilers, for examples. They have a counterpart called the Frowners, but they are actually willing to be helpful, per se. So if you end up in a level where there are both smilers and frowners, the smilers won't bother you if the frowners close enough. Supposedly.
They sound like they're creatures that are all about the vibe. They don't want those other people bringing them down.
Yeah, basically. True, actually, you're not wrong. Actually, there really is an entity in the back rooms that's kind of like that, where it's like, they don't want to be put down. They just want to... They sound like they're happy, but they have their own personal vibe. Because amongst each other, they're partying. Actually, shoot, that's what they're literally called. They're called the... I think the party goers? Yeah, they're called the party goers. And... Party goers. Yeah, there's party goers and the party poopers. However, the difference between those two is that the party goers are legit monsters in the back rooms, where the party poopers, I know, kind of the greatest creative names in the world, party poopers are supposedly actual people that help people who get lost in what they call the party rooms.
I bet they're the ones that escaped the human centipede.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, they are party poopers. Get it?
I get it. There we go. Let's see. Copy that image. And then... boom. Here goes that. I know, again, blurry image, but that's a party goer. And then party pooper.
Yeah, he definitely stands out.
Let's see if we can find... Yeah, you know what's so funny? So, I don't think they really have an image for the party poopers per se. They just have a description, and then all the depictions of the party poopers are just fan-made.
Aww. So...
Yeah. But still, from how they're described, it sounds like the party poopers are actually just normal people that are helping people get out of party rooms and away from party goers. Because the party goers will kill people. Straight up. Like, they don't care. They think it's fun.
Like a lot of mass murders.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that's the stuff about the back rooms there. Have you guys, but speaking of like things like the back rooms, have you heard of anything like SCP related or anything like in regards to that? Like, what's it, Tom Harrison monsters? Like Siren Head and things?
It's been years since I've like heard any monsters from those particular like series of monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I was like info dubbed on at least like a few of them, but it's been years, so I don't remember like what any of them are.
Okay. Well, the most famous ones that I still hear about is usually 3 of them when it comes to Tom. I think his name is Tom Harrison or something like that. I don't think it's really Harrison. Henderson. Whatever. Anyway, his monsters. He has like 3 or 4 monsters that stick out that are like the most famous that still get talked about, which are Siren Head, Long Horse, Cartoon Cat, and there's one more, but my brain can't remember it. But those 3 are the first 3 that come to mind whenever I think about that.
I don't know why, but Pyramid Head sounds like it could be one of them, even though Pyramid Head is from something else.
Oh no, it's so funny. You're right. If I had never heard of Pyramid Head, I would have thought it would be one of his monsters too, honestly.
Like, it just sounds so stupid, but like it's actually canonically a monster from some fictional IP.
Right? But man, sheesh. Oh yeah, that's right. So speaking of Silent Hill, so Silent Hill F, I don't. A lot of people seem to have mixed feelings about it. I don't know why. I've seen a little bit of it so far. It doesn't seem so too bad, honestly. It seems like the vibe of that game seems to match the tone of most Silent Hill games so far, from what I've seen. But people seem to be upset about it. I don't know what they're upset about it for. The only thing I can think of that they're upset about it for is because the whole F situation stands for like feminism? Yeah, Silent Hill feminism or something like that, which is what the F stands for. Given the tone and the themes of the game itself, and the timeline and the time that it takes place in Japan specifically, I can understand why it's called that. But at the same time, I can see why people would get confused with that and then mixing it up with, I think, some activism thing.
Are the social justice warriors the ones complaining?
Not strangely enough. I haven't seen this. Well, okay, no, I take that back. Social justice warriors, if they are complaining about it, I think they're complaining about the monster designs at most, because the monster designs in there kind of hint at like a good number of things that would ultimately just, if you're thinking about it normally, is disturbing. But like with other Silent Hill games, especially with 2, because like the social justice warriors would complain about 2 specifically because of like all the sexualized themes of the monsters there. But that's because that's James Silent Hill basically, and his guilt and his repressed whatever. That's kind of the theme of Silent Hill anyway. It's the guilt and repressed feelings of somebody being given a horrific form, so to speak.
The only monsters that I've seen so far, and that's only because like my boyfriend like watches Markiplier, and Markiplier right now is like playing Silent Hill. But the only monster that I've seen so far is this like one that looks like its body has like a bunch of like big ass pimples that are about to like pop out.
Oh, like it's like the let's see, I don't know what they're called exactly, but it's like some sort of, it's either a puppet marionette type thing, or it's some sort of doll figure. But I forgot what they're actually called though.
No, but like the entire body. It looks like there's like a bunch of like pimple, well, a bunch of big ass like pimples like bundled up like together, and they're about to explode.
Oh, never mind then. Maybe that's a different monster I haven't seen yet. But I know the first monsters look like puppets and doll things. I forgot what they're called though, like modeling dolls or something like that.
Okay.
That's what the first monsters, like the first monsters that you run into, look like. And then there's the one without the face that's roaming the other world, I guess. Is it the other world, or is it like a representation of the other world?
I have like, no. Oh, or we're talking about like some other monster.
Yeah, like a monster. This is just monsters in Silent Hill F that I've seen so far. I haven't gotten too deep into it yet, but I know there's the marionettes. Well, I'm just called the marionettes, really. There's the one that has no face, and then you have the flowers that kind of chase after you. From ads, I've seen there's another monster like a wedding dress monster. I call it the wedding dress monster. I really don't know what it's called either, but it's like a classic Japanese wedding dress monster in there somewhere. But yeah, I know there's more monsters than that, and then there's the one that you're talking about, the pimply bubbly one, which I haven't particularly seen visually yet, but yeah. So all that stuff, all those monsters have something to do with the main characters, either their fears, their regrets, or like repressed anger and things like that towards someone or something.
Oh man, if we're talking about monsters in games, anybody remember Poppy Playtime?
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yep.
Oh lord, like okay, my boyfriend sometimes would like show me some Huggy Wuggy stuff, and every time I would go, oh god, that fucking freak of nature, and you think that's like not as scary as fucking like Boo Boos, like the fuck?
Go ahead. See, that's the point. That go ahead. You were saying something?
Huh? What?
Oh, that Sentinel was about to say something.
Oh no.
No,
Okay.
not me.
Well, but yeah, so I have to agree, okay, as weird as Labubu's look, I don't know. I still think Huggy Wuggy, when he's like all monstery, is worse than the Labubus.
like I was telling my boyfriend how for like those little boo boos, like their stories are more like more wholesome than like Poppy Playtime, and like Poppy Playtime is like way more scary, and yet he finds that those like not as scary as, you know, the boo boos.
Oh, jeez. But
No,
yeah.
the things that Poppy Playtime, they just want to make sure you're having a good time. That's all it is.
Yeah, a good time screaming, maybe.
No, though, the thing about the Poppy Playtime stuff is that technically, in lore, they were products that were sold to people, so people like them anyway, regardless, or at least enough to at least buy them. Funny thing about the Huggy Wuggy thing is that my dad, or I don't know if my dad or whatever, but he got my youngest sister a Poppy's Playtime Huggy Wuggy doll, but it's like the Huggy Wuggy with the sharp teeth stuff. I'm
What
like
the-
thinking to myself, yeah,
Bro, what?
I'm thinking to myself, does he know? I
Oh,
wonder if
God.
he knows or not, because I don't think he really knows.
Oh god, that's kind of breaking the fourth wall, is it?
a little bit, but still, it's just funny. Like, you okay? Like, I saw it one day. It's like, oh, you got her a toy doll, huh? She likes it. He's like, yeah, she likes it. It's kind of fun for her. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess so. So, still,
Wonder
it's just
how
funny
she'll
to
like
see.
grow up.
I don't know. She'll be fine, I think. But like all sorts of things happen when you're growing up, getting little toys and stuff like that. Like,
Fair
I think. Let's see. What's the toy that I played with that wouldn't seem like normal for a kid to, like, parents not nearly knowing? Oh no! Actually, shoot. When I was growing up, it wasn't really the toys that adults gave to their kids because they didn't really understand it. It was the video games that they gave their kids, like violent video games that they didn't really understand was actually violent.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so for me, the first violent video game I got out of misunderstanding was Turok. Specifically, Turok 3.
What's that game about?
So, Turok, from what I can remember, well, Turok 3, from what I can remember, you're running around either on an island, I think, or alternate world where there's still dinosaurs, but it's not just dinosaurs running around, but it's also humanoid dinosaurs running around, and then you also got, of course, other people, humans that you gotta fight against, and yada yada. But yeah, I don't know the story of Turok 3 because I really wasn't paying attention to the story at the time. I was more interested in shooting stuff. And then there's a section of the game that I always got stuck on that I could never get past, and I think it's like a pterodactyl section where you're flying around and shooting down enemies and things like that. I could never get past that section as a kid.
Aw.
See, I didn't really have anything like that because my dad, he was a gamer, so any of the games I got, he usually knew at least the gist of what we were buying.
Yeah.
But I did have an interesting experience when I was really young that kind of tailored how I react with horror games, which is I don't really get scared of them anymore. And there was a game called like if I played it today, it probably wouldn't be all that scary, but it was called Alone in the Dark.
Oh, Alone in the Dark.
Yeah, the original Alone in the Dark game. And
Is that the one with like if I remember correctly, Alone in the Dark was the one on GameCube, right? Or is that a different one I'm thinking about?
Well, the one I played was on PlayStation 1.
Okay, so there's that one.
Alone
in the Dark. Unless I'm thinking of a different game that I'm mixing the name up with. Because I know there's one Alone in the Dark game from like a long time ago that's like some old dude. Oh, I don't know if he's an old dude or not, but he has like a mustache and right here. But that's like the old one. And then I know about the newer one where I forgot exactly what happens in the newer one, but either it's some guy with like long hair. Yeah, is it a guy with like long hair? He's like in a black trench coat or something. Okay, that's the other one. I think that's the one you're talking about, right?
Well, I was the one that I played was it was like really old. It had like kind of iffy graphics, but the main thing that was about it was it wasn't so much like the gameplay or anything that was scary. It was that they had really intense sounds. So like whenever you would move your character, there would be no background music, and you would just hear your footsteps. And then you go and open the you gotta click on the door to go to the next room, and you would just it would go to a cutscene of your heartbeat going, and then as you slowly going to the door, going, and then it goes into the room, and like I believe I was only like 6 at the time, playing this game in the middle of the night, so my parents didn't know that I was playing it by myself in the dead of night.
Jeez.
And
okay.
Yeah, it definitely made it so that most other games that I played after that one, they just didn't seem scary.
Okay. Also, I looked it up. The other game I did mix it up with, it was called Eternal Darkness. That's the other game. Yeah, Eternal Darkness. So Eternal Darkness is one of the old GameCube horror games that they had back in the day, and a lot of people apparently liked it, but it was like related to a lot of Lovecraft related mythos kind of thing. So from what I can remember, like it takes place in like different points of time, and so you have like ancient times where you play as the main, I guess, quote unquote villain sort of first, and then he becomes like a I don't know, like a mage or something that follows one of the god entities of the world, a Lovecraft type god thing. And then throughout the game, different characters in different points of time is either falling into his traps or following one of the other gods, or doing things that are kind of messing up his plans for whatever plan he had with whatever dark god he's following. But it's a horror game, so it's a lot of people liked it because of how they do the horror. It's more of a psychological horror game. So sometimes you'll end up in like one room that's like it's a bunch of danger, but then it flashes away and it's like nothing's wrong. And it's like, what happened. And or other times it'll like mess around, like it looks like your TV's like getting mixed up. Like it'll do like fourth wall breaking horror things too. So it's stuff like that. It's kind of fun, or I guess it's not kind of fun. It was fun back then. So think of it as sort of like the earliest versions of like fourth wall breaking horror-y stuff, like Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, there you go, something like that. But third person. What was the camera angle for like Resident Evil, like the classic Resident Evil games?
Oh, it's like kind of like the security camera style.
Yeah, so like it had. Well, yeah, like the game itself had that kind of camera style for the game. So you was more like off to the side, but you can see the whole room, and you can just run around the big room like that, or hallway, or whatever you're at.
I think it's just called fixed camera angles.
That's it. Yeah. There you go. Fixed camera angle. Let's see. As far as video game monsters are concerned, what other video game monsters are there that I can think of? Because honestly, we already talked about like the famous ones for like Silent Hill, I guess. But what did I have to move video game monster? I can't really think of many, honestly, because yeah, it's weird. I can't really think of video game monsters too much.
I mean, there's Slender Man, but that's more of a classic one, isn't it?
Slender Man is more of a creepypasta monster. Because it started off as like a little story to the side, and then eventually people make games out of it and things like that. Sort of like the SCP stuff, or the Backrooms things.
Right. I only remember this like one mod of Slender Man where like I think it's like every time you gather like a page or something, the "Give me $20" song would play. I'm not sure what the inside joke of that is. All I know is that was like implemented in some Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, like some sort of like fan animation that featured Slender Man in it. That's how I know about Slender Man.
Okay.
Like
Well, I mean,
I haven't like actually actively like read any creepypastas, but like any of the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged episodes I would like watch, like he would make all sorts of like references, including Slender Man. So.
Interesting. I haven't really watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged much, but as far as the Slender Man game you're talking about, that's a legit game. It is called Slender Man: The 7 Pages, and
8 pages.
I think it's like 8 pages. 8 pages?
Yeah, 8 pages.
8
I remember
pages,
I played
okay.
like a little bit. I played a little bit of it. Like there was like a mod of it with the $20 like song in there.
But you think there's like either 2 or 3 different versions of it. It's weird because I think they either have the same name, it's just made by different people. But one of them you explore a house, then you explore a forest, which is like the main thing that most people do, and then you explore like some mine. And then there is the old classic one where it's just the forest, nothing else. You're running around picking up pages, and you have like a Slender Man just looming behind you everywhere you go while you're picking up the pages. But yeah, that's Slenderman games right there for you. Which is funny because they didn't really seem to do much with the Slenderman character as far as when it came to like with their games, because it was really all the same game.
Like it's just some sort of like clone of like one another.
Yeah, basically. Another. Oh, go ahead.
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay. But another one that actually, funny enough, it's almost the same way, I feel like, was when they did games for the Siren Head character monster. I feel like yeah, so they have games for Siren Head, and I think like maybe 1 or 2 of them seem like they were like the same game pretty much. Where, yeah, But then, hold on, let me put this up real quick. So you can see my head. But yeah, then eventually they actually started getting a little more creative with him after a bit though. So one is like they did Siren Head. They kind of did the same thing with Cylinder Man for a little bit, but then they started making more interesting things like making him use more of whatever little abilities that he got, either fan made or lore wise. I think most of the abilities he has are fan made up stuff. But one game is where you're one dude who goes to like a forest or like a campsite, I think, trying to figure out what happened. I guess something happened to your friends. Either they got murdered, or it's alleged that they got murdered, but really the Siren Head got them and ate them. And now that you're there, Siren Head's using his speakers to kind of fool you into thinking that there's a chance that they're still alive, but he's trying to hunt you now, basically.
Yeah, there's a game that I played not too long ago that I believe had Siren Heads like kind of in it, or at least inspired by them. Which have you ever played a game called Once Human?
Oh yeah, no, I did play that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, it took me a while to get to play that game because I was like kind of what's the word? Not turned off, but kind of intimidated by the fact that it resets every cycle or something like that.
Oh yeah, that was
So-
part. I played it for a while, and then they when they did the first like kind of like a progression wipe, I just kind of just stopped playing. I'm not a big fan
that's the
of
reason.
progression wipes.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't want to play it at first. And then I decided to just hop on one time just to see. And yeah, actually it's pretty cool. The game itself is cool. The progression wipe does suck, but at the same time it doesn't like what it does, it'll take away some things, but it won't take away the important stuff that you earned during your first run or anything like that. So like any blueprints that you picked up, whatever grade you had them at, they'll keep them at the same grade. You'll just have to rebuild them again, but you won't lose those blueprints.
Yeah, you used to have
Stuff
like
like
all the character progression, but you lose all your stuff.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks. Is like, yeah, you lose your stuff, but yeah.
See, I'm someone I already struggle when it comes to like crafting and building like bases and stuff like that. I find them so tedious and I hate doing it. So then when it's a game like this where it's kind of a main feature, and then you also have a progression wipe, it's like I already set all that up once. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, I don't know what it was like back that far back because when it was new, I don't know what it was like when it was new. When I started playing on it though, they made it so that you can build a base, but then you could save the base for later. So like if you, let's say a progression wipe happens, you'll still have the blueprints or not the blueprints, but the build that you made for your base. So you can just plop it back down to wherever property you want to put it on. And you don't have to like fully rebuild it again. It's just rebuilt itself there on the spot.
You each have to collect all the materials and stuff like that, and have enough to actually build it all. And
I mean, what? I built my place out of wood, so that was like the fastest, easiest thing to pick up all the time.
I struggle when it comes to games where you have to grind a lot. So it became one of those games where it's like I like the game, but I can't really stick to it if it does this.
Yeah. The only reason why I stopped playing personally though is because I just couldn't really get behind the monetization form of it though. That's kind of what killed it for me, really. Like, yeah, I played the game, yada yada yada, but the game on its own is really cool. I like it, but the monetization of the game is what killed it for me. It's like, eh. But the monster that came out from that game, if we're going to talk about monsters in a game, the bus thing, that thing It's so cool. It's
cool
weird
design.
too. Yeah, it's weird though because like I thought the bus was gonna be aggressive when I first saw it. I was gonna try to go after you, try to crush you and everything, but no, it just chill. It's just
Yeah, it's like a
vibing. It's
wandering
not
thing.
even. It doesn't even care. Yeah, it doesn't even carry you around unless it gets you shoot at it or something. But yeah, it's a chill monster considering.
Mhm.
Let's see. Any other monsters we can talk about?
There is a game that's coming out soon-ish, I think,
Mm-hmm.
where it's sort of like in a similar style of like kinds of monsters where I think they're like more like Lovecraftian kind of design.
Mhm.
It's called Rules of Engagement: The Gray State.
Rules of engagement. Okay. Rules.
And it has a lot of like interesting kind of monster designs in there.
Video game. Gray State. There it is. Oh, okay. I see. So it's like, okay, that's what you mean by it's almost like that. So they have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big old monsters and stuff that you're trying to run away from them.
If some are big,
Oh!
some are small. It's like really interesting.
You know what it just reminded me of just now? I just thought about it. Okay, have you played or have you seen GTFO?
Yeah, I've heard of that, but I haven't played it.
Okay, yeah, so that game I think it's like one of the early like co-op horror games where you're a prisoner. I don't know if you're on death row or not, but you're sent down to like this big deep hole or whatnot, and you're supposed to find these materials to bring back up to the surface. However, the area you're in has a bunch of these weird pulsy zombie-like monsters that if you make too much noise, they'll start swarming you and starting to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's that game. And I think the monsters there are pretty cool. They have like different designs and stuff, even though they're so samey, but at the same time they're like, different designs. And what the heck? Okay, sorry, I'm watching a little preview of the Rules of Engagement, and there's a monster in there that looks like a Pyramid Head monster, but with like floodlights.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say flashlights.
Oh no, a fleshlight monster. Ugh, you know what that's reminding me of a little bit?
What?
Okay, so this was back in high school. Like a friend of mine told me about this one movie, where it's like some girl gets like teeth in her vag area or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what it was called, but that's all I remember. Is like, ugh. I don't think I want to think about it too much, but still, I don't. That's what they told me about what the movie was. Supposedly, she like uses it to hurt people that are trying to be all what's the word I'm looking for here? That's no whatever. She uses it on people who are all rapey, right? But she doesn't know how to control it, so she'll accidentally hurt people that she doesn't want to hurt. Anyway, it's a
The price
again-
of power.
that's what it's called.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What? Cold? What?
No, I don't know what it's called. I thought it was I thought he was called saying the title of the movie. Is like, is that what it's called? But no.
No.
No, it's just it's I don't like experience.
All right, but yeah, the Rules of Engagement seems like a cool horror first-person shooter game so far.
Yeah, it looks
I
interesting.
might pick it up sometime. Yeah, I might pick it up sometime.
Yeah, as
but,
far as I know,
um,
I don't think it has like any demos or anything just yet. So it's one of them just looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Actually, another one. No, never mind. I can't remember the name of it. It's not Metro, but it reminds me of Metro, where the world's jacked up. There's like these radiation spots and there's anomalies and all that, but I don't remember the name of the game. But again, it reminds me of Metro, but it's not Metro because you're not set majority of the time in the Metro, but it does take place in Russia.
The Stalker?
That's it, Stalker. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Stalker. That one was interesting too, but so I think it's like, is it supposed to be hard? I think it was like hard when I tried playing it. Like it was kind of hard survival horror game.
Yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of survival horror games, 7 Days to Die. I played that for a little while, but I haven't played it in a long time now, so I don't know what changed and stuff in it. But I probably don't have all the stuff I used to have because when they used to make updates on it, you had to delete your old save because it would break the game otherwise.
What the heck?
So you'd have to play a new game every time, or
Well, anytime it updated because it was still in early access when I was playing it. But yeah, that was a fun. Like I liked it for the most part. It's a zombie survival horror game, but after I stopped playing it, I was gonna let it get to his 1.0 update. Apparently, it's still updating though, because I thought it would be done after it gets to 1.0, but nope, it's still doing updates. So I don't know if they still have you delete saves when it updates or not. But I haven't heard any change about that yet.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that some things about it have changed in a sense that it's changed not really for the better, and that kind of buzzed me out a little bit. So I'm a little pensive, or whatever the word is, about going back into playing 7 Days to Die again.
Tentative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about 7 Days to Die. It was one of those games where I thought I would want to try it, but then I just never got around to it.
No, that happens. One game that I wanted to play that was a horror game that I never got around to playing was Choo Choo Charles.
Oh, I've heard of that one. The killer train.
Yeah, the big spider train or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
is there a Thomas the Tank Engine like mod of that?
I think there was.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Legitimately, though, I think that's the reason why it even was made in the first place, because of the whole Thomas the Train Engine parody horror stuff. I think that's why they made Choo Choo Charles in the first place.
The first parody I ever saw that involved frickin' Thomas the Tank Engine was a Skyrim mod that I saw. Someone made the dragon come in as Thomas the Tank Engine.
I remember that, yeah. Oh man, Thomas the Train as the dragons.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. There was a legitimate, well, I wouldn't say legitimate, but they did make a Thomas the Train Engine horror game. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's straight up Thomas the Train Engine, and you're trying to avoid him for the most part. And I think, shoot, actually, these two. Oh, excuse me, big yawns. Yes. Train or game. Let's see. I typed in Thomas the Train horror game, and the first thing that shows up is Choo Choo Charles.
Who would have thought?
Oh man. Okay, so it's called Thomas the Shank Engine. That's what it's called. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a itch.io game. Unity type thing. And so I guess Thomas is just trying to run you over, and you're just trying to avoid getting ran over by Thomas the Train Engine most of the time.
You wouldn't want to be the tunnel like for that particular train, because you'd be fucked, literally.
Right. Oh man. Actually, speaking of itch.io, it's like they got a bunch of little horror games in there, don't they?
I've not been on that platform. Like, I only know that it hosts like a bunch of like indie games, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a whole bunch of like horror games.
Yeah. Actually, I think a line of horror games that they've made, Fears to Fathom, I think it's called.
Which one?
Yeah, I think Fears to Fathom.
I hadn't heard of like any of these games.
Okay, so Fears to Fathom is not really just a game on its own. It's an anthology of different games under the umbrella of Fears to Fathom, and they're supposed to be like different little stories, or based on real life stories, but with a horror lean into them on them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what the games basically are. The only thing I don't like about those games, outside of like, I get it has like the graphic thing where it's like old-fashioned looking graphics and stuff like that. There's a sound that they make in the game when there's horror stuff happening. It's like some weird siren sound. It's just super annoying and loud. It's like, God, how do you play it like and not get like ear damage from that? Let's see. That another game that apparently is coming out that they're making is another indie horror game. Shift at Midnight, you think it's called?
Which one?
Shift at Midnight, I believe. Let's see if I can find it.
I think I've seen stuff.
Why does it sound like you're playing as a character that like owns a boba shop though, like in a horror game setting?
There is a game where you play as a person who owns a boba shop in a horror shop owning game.
I know that like such game. Like I think it was Jacksepticeye that like played it, although I wasn't sure like what the game was actually called.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what it's called either, but yeah, it's a horror game where you own a boba shop, but I guess the shop itself is haunted.
Lamau.
And then Shift at Midnight. Okay, so Shift at Midnight is basically like is a 3D version of Papers, Please, but you're a grocery store cashier.
Okay.
And so you're trying to find, I guess, mimics. I don't know what they're really called, but they look like mimics.
Yeah, like shapeshifters kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and if you find them, you gotta blast them. But you have to make sure you don't blast humans.
And so you start blasting.
Yeah.
So
I start blasting them. But yeah, so there's that game, and then there's another one. I think it's called Hellmark, honestly.
That sounds familiar, but what's it about?
Hellmark?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a supermarket that looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, and you're working there. I don't know if you're working there as a winter job or something, because it's all wintry and stuff, and there's like snow everywhere. But you're managing this place on your own, and I guess some creepy things happen outside the shop, and sometimes inside the shop as well. The person who's your boss warns you not to go outside at night. But so something's outside at night, but we don't know what it is. Eventually, I think you meet with some weird entity dude who unleashes a monster to come harass you at your shop during the night, and
Late night shoppers.
yeah. And so now you're trying to keep yourself alive while also still trying to keep the shop running.
Okay.
No, I think I've seen
Yeah.
a little bit about that game.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's one of those. It's another one of those grocery store horror things, which is funny because the first one I've seen was Night of the Living Customers, right? Yeah, that's the first one I've seen, and it's not. And Night of the Living Customers isn't really scary per se. Okay, hold up. Okay, never mind. Not Night of the Living Customers. It's just called Night of the Customers.
Night of the Consumers.
Consumers. Yeah, there you go. Night of the Consumers. And it's
Sorry, sorry. You just remind me of this one story of this one guy who actually planned a mass shooting inside a grocery store or something. It is just something I remember because whenever I draw, I usually put on background noise, and usually what I putting on as background noise is true crime documentaries and such.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, Night of Consumers. It's a horror game, but not really. It's more of a humorous horror game, so to speak. And you're basically an employee at a grocery store, trying to do your job, but the customers are always bothering you and causing you to slow down and making things take longer. And then your boss wants you to get things done under a certain time limit, but you keep getting stopped by customers. So you have to either avoid the customers, or if you do get caught by a customer, try to help them as fast as possible so you can get your task done. But yeah, here you go. And one of the preview pictures has what looks like a mix between a Labubu and a Teletubby.
Wait, what?
See.
Wait, does
Yeah.
anybody remember how popular Teletubbies used to be, or is it just me?
I don't really remember if it was ever I don't remember seeing it as popular, but I just remember hearing that people knew of it.
Okay, so I remember hearing about it being popular. I never really watched it for myself, but I heard a lot of jokes about it. It was almost like seeing jokes about Barney in a way, honestly. Like how they make things up about the characters and stuff like that. They even, oh my god, they even have horror versions of the Teletubbies somewhere around here.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I remember found what the name of that game where you're like a barista. It's the closing shift.
Closing shift. Oh, okay.
Or you basically serving coffee and such,
Mm-hmm. Let's see, closing.
and then slowly get harassed by it.
Oh,
Creepy
that's a free
customers.
game apparently. Let's see. There's two of them. There's the $5.99 one, and then there's the free one, which is interesting because it doesn't seem. Oh, okay. See, so it's just that's weird. This is an old-fashioned graphic style for the free one, and it's definitely not related to the $5.99 one. But they just share the same name. Okay. Let's see. SCP. All right. Oh well. Okay. So yeah. Anything else you think we should go over? Any more horror things that we might want to talk about?
Nothing in my mind.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the cryptid thing.
Oh yeah, the cryptids.
Cryptids. The cryptids, yeah. Okay, so I know out here we have the usual things, you know, you hear about Bigfoot, you hear about, well, actually another cryptid that I don't hear too much about are called Thunderbirds.
Okay, that's a new one.
Okay, so Thunderbirds are actually more of a Native American myth, I guess you could say, either myth or legend monster, or not monster, but animal cryptid thing. And it's supposedly just it's a large eagle or condor or something. And the reason why it's called, I think the reason why it's called a thunderbird is because whenever it flaps its wings, it sounds like the cracking of thunder whenever it flaps its wings. That's supposedly just the TLDR version of what I understand about it. But people tend to say that they've had accounts where they've seen a quote-unquote thunderbird, because one person said they got picked up by one, like a large bird of prey, and other people said they've actually seen it or like captured it on camera, which is still kind of debatable, only because they're going off of how far or how close the animal is. So it could have just been a normal ass eagle, which eagles on their own are still fairly big birds. I'm not gonna lie, they're still big.
Oh yeah.
But they're not thunderbird big. But yeah, there's, you guys did mention that you guys never heard of the California Watchers, right?
I know I haven't heard of.
I don't remember many cryptids in the first place, so.
Oh, okay. So, the only reason why I even found out about the cryptid California Watchers is because of another one that my grandfather told me about, of his own account of running into one. So there's I call him the Millennium Earl as a joke for the most part.
The Millennium
Around that, yeah, no, it's the name Millennium Earl is more of a joke because at the time I was watching what's that anime? Shoot, I wish I remember the anime.
D. Gray Man?
Yeah, there we go. D. Gray Man. I was watching D. Gray Man at the time, and I saw the Millennium Earl. He had like a big old smile, has this top hat, and all that stuff. So, what I found is that the actual name of this one is called the Rimmed Hat Demon, or the Big Rimmed Hat Demon. And described by other people's accounts, he's usually a large humanoid looking guy, has a trench coat and a really big rimmed hat, right? And most of the time people were never close enough to really get like a good look at him, but they know his skin looked pale, he had some red eyes, and whenever he was around, it was always a strangely thick fog in the area. Like extra thick, like you can barely see past your hand length, kind of thick.
Mm-hmm.
And other people's accounts said that, oh, they've seen them on the sides of the road or like out in the distance someplace that they can, where he would just kind of come up towards them and they would start running. My grandfather had run into this dude while he was jogging. Like when he was younger, he used to jog out in the neighborhoods a lot. And one time he was like in this thick fog in the morning time, and he noticed that it was a strange fog, because it does get foggy where he used to live at, but it never got that foggy.
Right.
While he's jogging, he can at least see a silhouette of somebody out in the fog, but he couldn't really tell exactly. So he figured it was just somebody messing around out in the fog trying to prank people. So he thinks, okay, I'll just act tough and just like knock him over or something, right? So he starts jogging over towards him, and as soon as he gets close enough to him, he realizes not only is he shorter than this guy, he was looking up at him, sees the pale skin, the red eyes. The only thing different than what most people don't mention is that he has like these metallic-like looking teeth, which my grandfather got to see because he was like right up in front of this guy, and the Rim Hat Demon dude smiled at him like a weird "oh, I'm gonna eat you" type of smile, right?
Okay.
As soon as my grandfather saw that, he turned himself around and booked it the other direction.
Lol.
Yeah, so that's the only time I've ever heard anyone describe him with even down to his teeth. But everybody else seems to say the same thing though. He usually has a trench coat, big rim hat, and has pale skin, red eyes. While I was looking to try to look up information on him, I came across the California Watchers. Now, the California Watchers are supposedly these mysterious figures, and there's more than one of them too. So they're mysterious figures that tend to stand at the ledge of like cliffside beaches and stuff like that, and their silhouette's kind of hard to say what they look like, but they also have like a large rim hat, but the hats they wear have like longer tops. Instead of a trench coat, they seem to have like cloaks on them, around them, and people who reported seeing them say that they seem more like mirages than actual things. Like they're kind of in and out of our dimension or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're people shaped, but they don't know exactly where they come from or how they end up in the places that they're at, because most of these places seem more or less unoccupied by people, like just kind of middle, like in the nowhere where people would normally be standing. And they're either seen either solo or in groups of 3, I think, or 4. Supposedly they're also really tall too. So they're saying they're like between 7 and 8 feet tall, and they're just kind of lurking. They're not really doing anything as far as people have seen, but still, it's just kind of creepy that that's mentioned too. So it's like other figured creatures, or not creatures, but beings or whatever.
So it's similar to like the kind of like the Bigfoot thing, where it's like, oh, have you seen them? Like you never get close to them, but you've seen them.
Yeah, kind of like that in a way. But speaking of the Bigfoot thing, I haven't really heard much about Bigfoot in a long time now. I don't know what happened. Like that used to be such.
He retired.
Oh, what? Bigfoot retired.
Bigfoot retired.
That's why you don't hear about him no more.
You know, you gotta put your feet up at some point.
That's true, especially his.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Like, what happened to Ronald McDonald's friends? Like, you know how there used to be like a whole band of them?
Yeah.
And then, like,
you know what?
And then, like, lately you've only seen, like, Ronald McDonald, like, if anything, and, like, some cameos of what? The Grimace or something. And, like, can you imagine if, like, the reason why, like, some of those, friends, like, don't appear anymore is because, like, they were killed off or something?
No, that'd be kind of morbid if that's true, though. But you never know. Maybe they did. But yeah, I remember, like, back in the day, they had I don't remember the names of all the characters, but I remember they had a bird. They had the Hamburglar.
There was a hamburger.
Yeah.
The Hamburglar, yeah.
The Hamburglar. Mayor Mac. McMac, I think. Officer Big Mac. That's another one. Then you had the Fry Guys. Let's see. Of course, you had Grimace. Ronald. Who else was there? Cause I know there was like another like burger-headed one. I don't know if I think I mentioned it just now too, like a mayor or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember all of them, but the most recent one, which turned into a joke for the most part, was the whole Grimace birthday shake, which
Oh my god!
yeah, you remember that. Know what? Honestly, it made Grimace a legitimate horror icon in a way for like a short time.
Yep.
That was funny. With the Hamburglar, supposedly they did have the Hamburglar a little bit, but they made the Hamburglar like look from looking goofy, chunky guy to a weird I'm not sure how to explain it, but actually, do you know the term Tumblr hot?
Tumblr hot? You mean like Tumblr sexy man?
Yeah, there we go. Tumblr sexy man. I think they made him into one of those.
They gotta like keep up with the trend, right?
I guess so, but I could be wrong, but I know they made him like some attractive dude. And I don't know if he's a family man or something, or if he still lives on his own or whatnot. But he has like a normal ass house, and he's like a normal ass person that like sneaks around to steal hamburgers. And I guess the way he says "robble robble" is sexier now. Like, yeah, no. That's weird what they did with the Hamburglar. I can't fully explain it. And then
Sexy back. Nice and simple.
Who else? Let's see. The bird one. The bird character just straight up disappeared. I don't know. They just dropped her like cold turkey. And then let's see. The hamburger head dudes. They also were just dropped out of nowhere. I don't know what happened to them. Same thing with the Fry Guys too, honestly. Fry Guys just disappeared. They just don't exist no more.
Nope. It's like they're all killed, murdered, butchered maybe.
Maybe. Or, think about it though. Think of what they are. The bird girl. She was technically a chicken, right?
You're saying she might be turned to
nuggets? Chicken nuggets? Yeah. Yeah, chicken nuggets. Definitely turned to chicken nuggets. The Fry Guys? Come on. It's in the name. It's right there. They've been turned to fries.
They must be big potatoes otherwise.
Right. Let's see. Well, I mean, Hamburglar. We already discussed what happened to Hamburglar. He's not dead, but something's up with him still. I don't know why he's the way
one
he is now.
committing the acts.
Oh shoot! Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Oh my god! It wasn't Grimace this whole time. The Grimace shake wasn't Grimace's fault. It was the Hamburglar.
Grimace was the last.
Oh
victim,
god!
What do you mean?
No, because they made it seem like Grimace was the one committing the atrocities whenever you drink somebody's shake, right? But no.
Mm-hmm.
No, they
It's
just
the Hamburglar.
the Grimace was just finally got caught and was turned into a shake. He
yeah.
escaped for so long.
Wait! You're probably right. Oh my god! Oh my god! They turned Grimace into a shake, like legitimately turned him into a shake.
No wonder he tastes so good. I mean, what?
Oh man. So the last one standing is still Ronald McDonald, amazingly.
Yep. Wait, haven't you even seen him lately?
Not really.
Not lately, but every once in a while he'll pop up.
Well, would he be the real Ronald McDonald, or is he like a
Actually,
Ronald McDonald?
I'm wondering if they've been having him being more depressed or something lately.
depressed enough to be like chopped up into like hamburger meat or something.
No, they wouldn't do that. Not Ronald.
You're right, he's too iconic.
Let's see. I'm trying to see. No, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. For will ever have a century, McDonald's puddled hamburgers and fries. Oh shoot! He really did disappear.
Right?
Oh no!
Even Ronald McDonald disappeared.
I'm trying to be in this house connected to Ronald's. This is so weird. It's Ronnie clowns. Clown sightings on. Oh no!
What did you find?
So, okay. So, supposedly, okay, so, real life, they're basically saying that it's because of the whole clown thing that happened around the 2010s when, around Halloween, they have people running around dressed up as clowns trying to scare people.
Oh yeah, true. The clown craze.
Yeah. But, let's see, looking. While many associate Ronald's retreat from the public eye with clown phobia, his waning public profile actually predates the scare by years. 2016, Chicago to report that the special group okay, blah 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 blah. McDonald's center that Ronald was by this point was mainly serving as a charity ambassador. Okay, so the reason why, well, I mean, obviously they're just like pulling back on mascot characters and all that stuff. He's still kind of around, but mostly as like was it
Like a background character of sorts?
Not really background character, but charity ambassador. There you go. Like one of those things.
Okay. Good for him, I
So
suppose.
like, I guess like if there's like any charity events going on or something like that, I guess, and McDonald's is involved, they'll have Ronald show up or something like that as like to represent McDonald's. But aside from that, I don't think they really have him as like used for advertising in a big way anymore like they used to.
Yeah, makes sense.
But you know what? I like our story better, where he's in hiding from the Hamburglar because he killed all his other friends.
Yeah, that's definitely way better.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so we talked about game monsters. We talked about movie monsters. We talked about our favorite monsters. We talked about Ronald McDonald. I'm not sure if there's any more topic. I don't know if there's anything else horror related that we can talk about at this point.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything anymore at this point.
Right.
I think we covered like a lot of it.
Yeah, we did, huh? The only thing I can think of now, and I don't even think is really that big of a horror thing to talk about, is Halloween costumes.
Okay. Well, it is Halloween, so well, Halloween time. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing you're like mentioning that right now. Well, I'm doing like a little bit of a last minute thing for like a party upcoming after the stream, but I'm just putting like a small face painting as we're like doing this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's more like spider eyeball on me with like bold ass like makeup. Like just imagine that. Like just imagine my VTuber model, but with that as a face paint.
Okay, no, that's not bad. I mean, I don't really go into Halloween costumes anymore. I think, The last time I wore a Halloween costume was in 2018. Yeah. The only reason why is because I had this Halloween costume since I was in high school, and I had like the whole thing going on. I had like a full body like covering, like it looked almost like a Grim Reaper thing, but I had like a skull axe, but like the axe was made out of skulls, and then it had like the wallowing wood, I guess you could say, as the handle. And like this really big axe that you had to hold on with two hands. I used to wear that for Halloween, but then my axe broke.
Oh
And
no!
I never got a replacement one, and I just stopped going to costumes since then. Hold up, gotta kill somebody. Oh wait, is that on Cyber's side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
bot.
Cyber. Oh,
Yeah,
here,
but
take this gun.
It's a bot taking it.
But yeah, that was the last Halloween costume I worn, and I haven't worn any Halloween costume since.
Rip, it
Oh,
looks
okay.
like your dreams have gotten
But know what? I just thought about something just now. Actually, I guess know what? No. I don't know if this counts or not. My VTuber model. I don't know if that counts as a Halloween costume whenever I have it on spooky mode.
ounce.
Yeah, no, let's not count it. Let's just say it's just the model at spooky mode, but it's not really a costume.
Sure, let's go with that then.
But yeah, what was okay? If you can remember, what was the last Halloween costume you had? Because you did mention that you right now you're doing a face painting thing, but did you have another costume before that?
Like full on costume. Like, are we talking about like cosplay in general, or is it like specifically Halloween?
Specifically Halloween.
One time when I was a kid, I dressed up as Batman. And I remember like at the time like where we're like where like society was more like hetero, like more like iffy with like gender roles and shit like that. My mom was like a bit iffy about like me like dressed up as Batman, but I was like so stubborn about like dressing up as him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty much like one costume that I wore specifically for Halloween. That's like a full-on situation. I don't remember if I dressed up as anything else, like aside from face painting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mostly do face painting like lately because I'm so busy like with other things. But like I don't have like much time to prepare like for a costume, and like I actually used to work as a face painting, and I had like I had somebody like come up to me for like an actual face painting like party event, like where they wanted like just me to do it, and not the company that I worked for to like do face painting for. So I ended up investing in like a face painting kit, and then I did the event. I got paid a good amount, which is like an hour, and I still have the face painting set, which is like still pretty good. So,
All right, so that's pretty cool. Cyber, I'm pretty sure you haven't had to wear a costume in a long time either. But what was the last one you worn that you can remember?
I never really wear costumes.
Oh, okay. Not even for Halloween?
Nah.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess not everybody needs to. Not everybody does. Not even, well, I was thinking because I know when you're a kid and stuff like that, you do. Most kids do, but
Even when
some
I was
kids
a kid,
don't.
I didn't.
Yeah, well, just wasn't your thing, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else? I'm thinking. My brain's thinking right now. Nope, got nothing. Okay, yeah, I'm out of subjects as far as like Halloween stuff is concerned. I was maybe thinking about like theme parks, but that's probably better off like just leaving off for like a normal like regular old
Mm-hmm.
talk about everything type of thing. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be the end for today. Any last words before I take you back into the cabin shack and then use you as flesh for my monsters?
Labubu's.
Jesus. Kieran, what the heck? When did you get here?
the behind, that's for sure.
Oh man. Looking while playing Battlefield 6. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Saber, any last words for you?
Have a safe Halloween.
Okay, yeah. Have a safe Halloween, everybody. Alright. And with that said, I have no good outro. I hope you all had fun, and I will see you all next time. Good. Well, it's not nighttime for me, but it's nighttime for you guys, so good day or night, everybody.